Ivory is an off-white color. The first recorded use of ivory as a color name in English was in 1385. Beige is variously described as a pale sandy fawn color, a grayish tan, a light grayish yellowish brown, or a pale to grayish yellow. The first recorded use of beige as a color name in English was in 1887. Azure is the color between cyan and blue on the spectrum of visible light. The first recorded use of it as a color name in English was in 1374. Off-white refers to any color close to, but not exactly white. Thus, colors like ivory and cream can be considered off-white. White is the lightest color and is achromatic. It is the color of snow, chalk, and milk, and is the opposite of black. Khaki color is a light shade of brown with a yellowish tinge. Cream is the pastel color of yellow, much as pink is to red. By mixing yellow and white, cream can be produced. The first recorded use of cream as a color name in English was in 1590. Yellow is the color between green and orange on the spectrum of visible light. The word yellow saffron is from the Old English gialu, giolwe, meaning yellow and yellowish. Teal is a cyan green color. The first recorded use of teal as a color name in English was in 1917. Turquoise is a cyanish green color. The first recorded use of turquoise as a color name in English was in 1573. Aquamarine is a color that is a light tint of spring green. The first recorded use of aquamarine as a color name in English was in 1598. Cyan is the color between green and blue on the visible spectrum of light. The first recorded use as a color name in English was in 1879. Pink is the color of a namesake flower that is a pale tint of red. Pink rarely appears in nature, which is why it was first used as a noun to refer to a color in the 17th century. Lavender is a light shade of purple. The first recorded use of the word lavender as a color term in English was in 1705. Plum is a purple color with a brownish-gray tinge. The first recorded use of plum as a color name in English was in 1805. Violet is the color of light. The word violet as a color name derives from the Middle English and Old French violet. The first recorded use as a color name in English was in 1370. Orchid is a bright rich purple color that resembles the color which various orchids. The first recorded use of orchid as a color name in English was in 1915. Magenta is a color that is variously defined as pinkish red, reddish pink or mauvish crimson. Magenta is the color between rose and violet, and halfway between red and blue. Green is the color between blue and yellow. The word green comes from the Middle English and Old English word gren, which, like the German word grün. Forest green refers to a green color said to resemble the color of the trees and other plants in a forest. The first recorded use of forest green as a color name in English was in 1810. Lime is a color that is a shade of yellow-green. The first recorded use of lime green as a color name in English was in 1890. Light green is a light, brilliant yellowish green. This shade is very similar in tone to both lime green and pale green. Sea green color is primarily a color from green color family. It is a mixture of green and cyan color. Olive is a dark yellowish-green color, like that of unripe or green olives. The first recorded use of olivine as a color name in English was in 1912. Reds color range from the brilliant yellow-tinged scarlet and vermilion to bluish-red crimson, and vary in shade from the pale red-pink to the dark red burgundy. Crimson is a rich, deep red color, inclining to purple. The word crimson has been recorded in English since 1400. Indian red is a pigment, a variety of ochre, which gets its color from ferric oxide, produced in India. The first recorded use of Indian red as a color term in English was in 1672. Salmon is a range of pinkish orange to light pink colors, named after the color of salmon flesh. The first recorded use of salmon as a color name in English was in 1776. Black is a color which results from the absence or complete absorption of visible light. It became the color of mourning, and over the centuries it was frequently associated with death, evil, witches, and magic. Slate gray is a gray color with a slight azure tinge. The first recorded use of slate gray as a color name in English was in 1705. Gray color of a neutral tone between black and white, and can also be used metaphorically to convey gloom and dullness. Silver or metallic gray is a color tone resembling gray. The first recorded use of silver as a color name in English was in 1481. Orange is the color between yellow and red on the spectrum of visible light. The earliest known recorded use of orange as a color name in English was in 1502. Gold is sometimes referred to as golden to distinguish it from the color metallic gold. The first recorded use of golden as a color name in English was in 1300, to refer to the element gold. And the word gold as a color name was first used in 1400, and in 1423 to refer to blonde hair. Coral or orange and red representations of the colors of those cnidarians known as precious corals. The first recorded use of coral as a color name in English was in 1513. Blue has been an important color in art and decoration since ancient times. Navy blue is a very dark shade of the color blue. An early use of navy blue as a color name in English was in 1840. Midnight blue is a very dark shade of blue. It is darker than navy blue and is generally considered to be the deepest shade of blue. Ice blue is a pale tint of cyan. It can be considered greenish blue just like ice in glaciers. Royal blue is a deep and vivid shade of blue. The first recorded use of queen blue as a color name in English was in 1926. Before that, since 1661, this color had been called queen's blue. Steel blue is a moderate bluish-gray color. The color is similar to the look of steel. Colors introduced in 1987. Cornflower blue is a shade of medium to light blue. The most valuable blue sapphires are called cornflower blue, having a medium dark violet blue tone. Sky blue is a color that resembles that of an unclouded sky. The sense of this color may have been first used in 1585. Powder blue is a very pale shade of blue. The color name is taken from a type of powdered cobalt that was used to make dyes and launder fabric. Brown is made by combining red, blue, and yellow. The first recorded use of brown as a color name in English was in 1000. Maroon, a brownish crimson color that takes its name from the French word marron, or chestnut. The first recorded use of maroon as a color name in English was in 1789. Sienna pigment was known and used, in its natural form, by the ancient Romans. The first recorded use of sienna as a color name in English was in 1760. Chocolate is a tone of dark brown that resembles chocolate. The first recorded use of chocolate as a color name in English was in 1737. Tan is a pale tone of brown. The first recorded use of tan as a color name in English was in the year 1590. Wheat is a color that resembles the light yellow of the wheat grain. The first recorded use of wheat as a color name in English was in 1711. Bisque is the color of the orange color spectrum. It belongs to the pale orange color subspectrum. It is a type of orange color. Purple is any of a variety of colors, with hue between red and blue. The first recorded use of the word purple dates to the late 900s AD. Indigo is a deep color close to the color wheel blue. The first known recorded use of indigo as a color name in English was in 1289. And that is all. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you for watching.